Good morning, everyone. My name is Anubhav, and on behalf of my team, let me begin by thanking you for giving us this opportunity to work with Bristol Housing Festival, an organization encouraging people to reimagine better ways to live in cities in the middle of a housing and climate crisis, which has been compounded by a construction skills shortage. We thoroughly enjoyed working on this challenging project, and we hope our work adds value and contributes to improving your current consultation system. We've also prepared a detailed report that will supplement this presentation and help you get a clearer understanding of our work.
We were introduced to the brief, how might we create a healthy and continuous consultation system to collect and share useful data from tenants throughout their housing journey. We extracted some keywords from the brief to start with. What constitutes a healthy consultation? How can a system be continuous? What are the useful data the system needs? Who are the stakeholders and how they interact? How does the journey look like?
Our plan is based on the design thinking principle of empathize, define, ideate, prototype, and test. For the empathize and design stages, the two teams worked collaboratively following agile methodology that included Scrum and design sprints as some tools to understand and define the problem. For primary research, we conducted several interviews and workshops with Bristol Housing Festival, a tenant from Launchpad, and a developer representative from Gorham Homes. For secondary research, in addition to two case studies of Launchpad and HopeRise, we dug deeper into other housing projects and case studies. We used these research findings to later create journey maps, tools catalog, and an information map. Following client workshops and tenant interviews, we identified the main stages within the housing journey and mapped their feelings and pain points. Through detailed discussion, we identified pre-planning community consultation and post-occupancy evaluation as the two focus areas. Moving on, we also identified different stakeholders and placed them in the housing ecosystem. While the first map illustrates how different stakeholders interact within the project Launchpad, the second gives a general picture in a feedback and consultation system. Moving ahead to the information maps, you wanted us to identify the useful data from the different stakeholders in their housing journey. So in the table, we have organized what information various stakeholders can input and what processed information they can receive as output. For example, developers can upload design plans and receive feedback from the community. Now moving on to the tools catalogs. The following table shows a comparative study of the existing tools used by BHF. While Happiness Pulse tool measures the general well-being of a participant at a time, it is not specific to residential projects. Our Well, on the other hand, monitors the physical environment but does not account for other parameters. Although these tools gather valuable information, they fail to provide a continuous and combined result accessible to all stakeholders. Finally, it is not easy or convenient to use three different systems to evaluate.
Well, following an extensive research, we developed four main insights. The first one is that different roles and motivations drive each stakeholder. We were asked to identify who the stakeholders are and how do they cross over. We found that driving by different motivations, each stakeholders play different roles in the housing journey. The second insight could be like past learning experiences could inform future development of projects. In this case, the client discussions on the journey map suggest a lack of connectivity and integration in the pre-planning, development, and post-occupancy evaluation stages among the existing projects. The current evaluations tool failed to streamline the feedback collected from various stakeholders to a single point. The third insight is that stakeholders lack a continuous system to give and get real-time feedback. In this case, the housing process involves different stakeholders working independently, but the existing tool do not provide tenants a continuous system to share the tenancy-related issues. Developers often fail to get real-time feedback on development plans, and therefore real-time feedback could promote best practices of housing development and share community learning between all of them. Finally, the fourth insight could be that fair, honest, inclusive, and accessible are prerequisites of a healthy consultation system. In this case, a consultation system with these attributes will ensure authentic and unbiased feedback that can benefit people from processes involved in the housing journey. This is not only support well-informed stakeholders, but also will encourage less empowered to participate, balancing the unequal power dynamics between them. Building on our insights, we create different how might we questions as triggers will help us define this problem from clients, tenants, and developer perspective. Using all of these problems, we will move on to the ideation phase to then start designing our solution.
So our proposed solution is a blended system design that brings different stakeholders on a single platform and comprises of two channels of input, digital and physical. By integrating existing tools, this cross-platform solution aims for continual improvement. This design flowchart shows flow of data through different touch points in the interaction of the three stakeholders, developer, tenants, and community. Our research insights led us to our system design that is based on this 6-point framework. The system allows a client to access, process, and integrate feedback received from different stakeholders collected at various stages. With a human-centered design, this inclusive solution combines digital and physical channels to involve all stakeholders across literacy levels, technical or cognitive abilities. Our streamlined system channelizes the flow of data from different input points in a one-point visual format of a dashboard. The choice and convenience of both spontaneous and periodic feedback makes the system continuous. This access control system adheres to strict GDPR regulations and can be scaled up to include other stakeholders like NGOs and landlords. The framework of feedback, feed up, and feed forward help us understand the psychology behind stakeholder participation. Success of any solution lies in its adoption, so we believe our solution aims at educating people about existing and new feedback systems, recognizing valuable individual feedback, anonymizing negative feedback for psychological safety, and most importantly, incentivizing the feedback behavior through reward points, in our case, cause points, which are redeemable towards social causes such as tree plantation drives, children park equipment, or even society maintenance, which is subject to financial feasibility. Based on the 6-point framework and feedback, we present our digital solution, Feedrick. It consists of a feedback collection app from different stakeholders with relevant features and a real-time admin dashboard to visualize this collected data. The platform is access controlled, so only relevant data is visible to corresponding stakeholders. We did rapid prototyping and iteration in 2 design sprint cycles and later finalized a list of features based on requirements and feedback from our launchpad tenant and our clients. Some of important features include project design upload feature for developers, complaint lodging portal for tenants, polling and forum discussions for community. Our app has provisions for cross-platform integration of Happiness Pulse within our survey section and OnBell system within our physical environment monitor section. One feedback from the client we received was how can they chase only those who have not responded to a survey? Through our app, by using device ID as anonymous identifier, we can reach such users without compromising their anonymity. The dashboard allows a real-time visualization of information from surveys and other areas of discussion to analyze the shape of public opinion for policy formulation. Developers can track performance of their delivered project and get feedback on their uploaded development designs. Users can track status of their complaints, current information, physical information, and survey results. Client can track current community concerns, survey results, and builder performance. Yeah. Good.
Next page, please. Our team designed an adaptive and detailed survey with an integrated profile job survey, stands holding rote paper-based forms. This inclusive system with paper-based surveys is aimed at users with low technology levels, cognitive abilities, or without phones, such as homeless or the elderly. These selection surveys contain objective and subjective responses and collect information about demography, living experience, concerns, and improvements in addition to mood and feeling. The collected data can be digitized using existing software and could easily be integrated in town halls and community meetings. Next page, please. We also looked at interactive public feedback insultations as an alternative solution. This could be a playful approach to make complex housing issues accessible by engaging people and making consultation more democratic. Although the solution is engaging, we discarded it because it risks being one-time events rather than a continuous system. We recommend using this as an add-on feature to town halls events and roundtable discussions rather than a standalone solution.
So our next steps include we recommend BHF to work in tandem with Bristol City Council for the project's promotion and adoption. We estimate an implementation and execution timeframe of 5 months for this solution. Outsourcing the development would allow the owner a better money for experience ratio and more time to work on the strategic and operational aspect of the system. Cost estimates have been added in our final report. Also, the costs incurred can be shared between the owners of the platform developer or crowded funded by the community. The platform is revenue generating and can pay for the maintenance through advertisement only.
Thank you. Our team would be happy to offer any support during this process. And now we are open to questions.
Thank you so much. Round of applause again. I'm just going to have to pause for 2 seconds whilst I just want to get my charger. So you can just bear with me with 1 minute. Cecilia, just give me a second.
Everyone needs to give them a clap for that one. Thank you. Well done.